Hey folks, in this video I'm going to go through the interface of ArcGIS Pro, and we want to see what each window is and just some basic things. I'm going to create a new project. For new project, I'm saying I don't want to create a new folder for that project because I want to manage my files myself. And then I'm going to say, but keep this project here. I'm going to just introduce this is my parent folder, and I'm going to say save that project in the project files, and then give that project a name, a simple a name. I'm going to name this a simple map. Good. And now this is gonna open a new project for me, an empty one. A few things about this interface. This window on your left side is the table of contents. That's where you can see the layers. You have these tabs or ribbons, and you can see each of these contain a series of tools. There are different categories, and we're gonna learn more about those. If you want to save your project, create a new project, you go to this project tab. The other thing about this window, this middle window, is for mostly mapping, and then you have on the right you have you can have a series of windows. Usually you can find catalog here. The catalog is basically a file browser. You can browse your files. Depending on other functions that you need, you might also find some other windows here. I'm going to explain that a little bit more. But this empty project has a map. We call this a data frame. So this is a new data frame or a map. And now, what is a map? You can add different layers to this map. I'm going to do that just to show you how this works. I'm going to add my block groups here. That's a map. I can have multiple maps. This can be slightly confusing. I'm going to show you how you can rename these maps, so when we have multiple ones, it wouldn't be confusing for us. If you go to the project tab in our catalog, in catalog here, you're gonna see that there is one section for maps. Here we can say I want to rename this map and name it block groups. So that name is changed. You can do your mapping, add multiple layers here, do whatever you want to do with this map. And this map has its own projection and coordinate system. Then you want also say I want another map, so you can also bring another map here. This is a new map. We can call this new map. Let's rename this, for example, communities. Here, that's totally different map. It's empty. It's a new container. It's totally independent from this block group. So you have to understand that you have different containers in one project. These data frames can have different locations, can have different layers, can have different settings on for those. For example, one can have label, the other one doesn't in your maps. So these are totally different containers, and they are independent from each other. You can have many of those. I don't know what the limitation is, but usually 3-4. You can have many of those here, and your map's gonna show up here in this map folder. If you happen to want to delete those, you can right click on that and delete them here. Okay, so I have the map. This one, community district. I'm going to add the community district to this one, and then where's that? Okay, community districts are here, so I'm going to add the community districts here, changing that to a different color. So you have two different maps. This could be a different city. This could be this new map could be another location, another layer. But that's you have to understand how this works. You can come to the maps and see where those maps are. Then you can create different layouts for each to present different things. For example, I'm going to say I want to have a layout here. As you can see, a layout shows up here in your tabs, and then on this right window, the catalog window, now another folder shows up, and that's layout. So this is, for example, layout. I'm going to rename this layout of block groups. Sorry. And then I can there's a video about layouts. You can also go ahead and watch that. But if you are in the layout, you can just say I want a map. I want to add a map here. For that, you go to the insert tab and the map frame, and I'm going to say okay, add the map frame here. In this layout, you can have multiple map frames. So that's one map frame, and I can have another map frame from this map. So as you can see, you can have different map frames in one layout, and you can bring these map frames from different maps, from different containers, and or you can be from one of these maps, but can have, I'm just going to quickly show you. You can, if you go to layout, just let me quickly do that, activate this. Or you can have from one map, but from layout, close the activation, but different zooms, different views of one map. So wanted to show you this structure here. You can have multiple containers. If you click on that, this this left window of contents will be specific to that map. This is a different one, and or it could be specific to the layout. So this one, the contents of the layout. So this is how you can manage your maps and layouts. So every project can have multiple maps, multiple layouts. Again, I could have insert a new layout, and in this layout you can have totally different things. So you can have multiple papers, and that will be that gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of having your data in one project. But that project could be a heavy project that I don't suggest to have one project for everything. But could be one project for one assignment, for example. In that you have multiple maps, multiple layouts, and you can handle your work in that project. And yeah, this is the main structure. In other videos, I teach how you can work with layouts and